What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio for Monday, May 18th, 2015, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, or on Twitter @The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend. Taylor Swift was the big winner at the 2015 Billboard Music Awards last night, taking home 8 trophies, including awards for Top Artist, Top Female Artist, Top Billboard 200 Artist, Top Hot 100 Artist, Top Digital Songs Artist, Top Billboard 200 Artist, album for 1989, Top Streaming Song Video for Shake It Off, and the fan-voted Billboard Chart Achievement Award. The Shake It Off singer, who opened the show with the world premiere of her new star-studded music video Bad Blood, came into the competition with an edge over other artists. Sam Smith won Top New Artist and Top Male Artist Award, while One Direction won the Top Duo Group Award. One Direction also won Top Touring Award, while Sam Smith also won the Top Radio Songs Award. Top Social Artist Award went to Justin Bieber, while Top Streaming Artist went to Iggy Azalea. Pharrell Williams won Top R&B Artist, while Top Rap Artist went to Iggy Azalea. Top Country Artist went to the Florida Georgia Line, while Hozier won the Top Rock Artist Award. John Legend's All of Me won the Top Hot 100 Song, while All About the Bass by Meghan Trainor won the Top Digital Song Award. John Legend's All of Me also won the Top Radio Award and the Top Streaming Song Audio Award. Pharrell Williams' Happy won the Top R&B Song Award, while the Top Rap Song went to Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX for Fancy. Jason Aldean won the Top Country Award for his song Burn It Down, while the Top Rock Song went to Hozier for Take Me to Church. And the Top Dance Electronic Song was DJ Snake featuring Little John for Turn Down the What. Taylor Swift and filmmaker Joseph Kahn managed to enlist a bunch of cool cameos into just 4 minutes and 4 seconds, and the internet is loving it. Bad Blood, the song, features the rhymes of Kendrick Lamar, but the video version also utilizes Lena Dunham, Selena Gomez, Jessica Alba, Haley Steinfeld, Zendaya Coleman, Soraya McNeil, Cindy Crawford, Mariska Hargitay, and Alec Pompeo, among others, in key destructive roles. Released Sunday evening to open ABC's Billboard Music Awards telecast, the official Bad Blood Vivo video is already closing in on 1 million views in just under 24 hours. It is also hovering atop key social media mountains. The Dirty itself is widely understood to be about Swift's falling out with fellow pop superstar Katy Perry, though there are no outright disses towards the I Kissed a Girl singer in the lyrics, nor there is a look-alike in the video. Still, there's a lot of good action to be gleaned. The tune is catchy, and many of the combatants are not tough to look at in leather. In a related story, Kendall and Kylie Jenner received a very negative welcome when they took the stage at Sunday's Billboard Music Awards. The sisters got up to introduce brother-in-law Kanye West's performance at the annual awards show, but fans at the event tried to drown out their intros with boos. According to multiple reports, celebrity guests near the front of the MGM Garden Arena applauded during the intro, but the fans in the upper deck of the arena let loose on the Keeping Up with the Kardashian stars. The boos were so loud they were even audible on the television broadcast. The Keeping Up with the Kardashian stars aren't the first young stars to be booed at the annual event. Justin Bieber getting the seal of disapproval from the audience was among the highlights of the 2013 Billboard Music Awards. Nicki Minaj and Chris Brown lead the pack of BET Award nominations according to the complete list of nominees released by BET on Monday. Both Minaj and Brown both have 6 nominations. Brown is nominated for Best Male R&B Pop Artist, 2 separate nods in the Best Collaboration category, 2 nominations in the Video of the Year category, and the Coca-Cola Viewer's Choice Award. Minaj is nominated for Best Collaboration, Best Female Hip Hop Artist, Video of the Year, 2 nominations for Coca-Cola's Viewer Choice Awards, and Best Group as a member of Young Money. Beyonce and Lil Wayne rounded out with 4 nominations each. This year also marks a special milestone for the BET Awards as it celebrates its 15th anniversary live from the Nokia Theater on June 28th, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. BET Networks recognize artists, entertainers, and athletes across 20 categories with the BET Awards 2015 nominations. The nominations are selected by BET's Voting Academy, which is comprised of fans and a group of entertainment professionals in the field of television, film, music, social media, digital marketing, sports journalism, public relations, and the creative arts. Rap mogul Jay-Z fired back at critics of his struggling music streaming service Tidal during a special B-Sides concert Saturday at Terminal 5 in New York. The iconic rapper and music mogul delivered on his promise to offer special content to Tidal subscribers by performing 2 decades of hits in a show that streamed live for subscribers. Hove also offered free tickets to thousands of Tidal users who created the best B-Sides playlist, helping him pick out what to perform. During an epic freestyle to H to the Izzo, rapper called out racial injustice and paid tribute to Michael Brown, Freddie Gray, and Trayvon Martin. The music legend also took aim at Tidal critics and dissed competitors Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Another hip-hop artist falls victim to shootings and violence. Rapper Chinx was killed in a drive-by shooting early Sunday in Queens, New York, according to multiple media reports. The up-and-coming hip-hop artist, real name Lionel Pickens, 31, was a member of rapper French Montana's Coke Boys. Pickens was fatally shot while driving a silver Porsche near the corner of Queens Boulevard and 84th Drive, the New York Times reported. Shortly before the shooting, Pickens performed at a club Red Wolf in Brooklyn, according to the New York Daily News. At about 4 a.m., a car pulled next to the Porsche Pickens was driving and opened fire before speeding off. The rapper suffered multiple gunshot wounds to the torso and was rushed to Jamaica Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. His passengers, 27-year-old unidentified man, suffered gunshot wounds to the back and is listed in critical condition. At least 7 bullet holes could be seen in the Porsche, the Daily News reported. As news of Pickens' death spread, tributes began to pour in on social media. Rapper Meek Mill tweeted, "Can't let these suckers shatter your dreams. R.I.P. Chinx." Talib Kweli also posted a moving remembrance. Damn, R.I.P. Chinx drugs. What a good dude. I hate seeing violence cut down young people like this. Condolences to French Montana and family. Louis C.K. thrives on controversy, so it should become as no surprise that the comedian served up a healthy dose of edgy jokes about child molestation, racism, and Israel in his opening monologue when he hosted the 40th season finale of Saturday Night Live this weekend on NBC. In a joke about being mildly racist, C.K. said, "I grew up in the 70s, so I'm not racist. However, I do have mild racism. I'll give you an example. If I go to a pizza place I've never been to before, it's run by 4 black women, I go, it's very mild." The Emmy-winning star's jokes about Israel and Palestine and child molestations were just as politically incorrect. The third-time host said, "My kids are like Israel and Palestine, and I'm like America. The little one's like Palestine because she always gets screwed. She gets the worst deal. She's like, she threw a rock at my face, and I'm like, you're fine. You have a great life. You have to take a rock to the face once in a while. You're fine." CK continued, "The older one is like Israel. She comes up to me and says, she burnt all my dolls. I'm like, look, I can't do anything about it right now. Your sister's crazy. Please don't make me talk to her. He'll work it out, you and me. I'll buy you a real cool missile, and whatever you do with it is totally up to you." CK closed his monologue with jokes about a child molester who lived in his neighborhood when he was a kid. After that, CK compared his love of Mounds candy bars to child molestation, adding that if offenders do it, knowing they can get caught, the act must be irresistible. He said, "Child molesters are very tenacious people. They love molesting kids. It's crazy. It's like their favorite thing. So crazy, but when you consider the risk in being a child molester, speaking not of even the damage you're doing, but the risk, there's no worse life available to a human being than being a child molester, and yet they still do it. Which from you can only really surmise that it must be really good from them, for their point of view, not ours. From their point of view, it must be amazing for them to risk so much." CK also joked that that because of his risque material, it would probably be his last time hosting SNL. But if the studio audience's lively laughter and applause was any indication, CK will be back. Unfortunately, his sketches were extremely tame by comparison. The edgiest bit featuring CK as a Sprint employee who made fun of the way his manager, a stereotypical sassy black woman, talked. When the manager caught him, CK's character pretended to actually talk that way just to keep his job, and as a result had to keep up with the ruse for 5 years. 2 shorts featuring CK as a tearful lumberjack also garnered big laughs. Other sketches featuring CK as a cobbler with overly sexual elf employees, a man with a girlfriend with an annoying British accent, and a member of an acting workshop in the police lineup. CK's final sketch of the night was a fictional forgotten TV Gems show called Whoops, I Married a Lesbian. The cold open was a hit and showed Hillary Clinton, a very funny Kate McKinnon, aggressively pursuing boys during their summer vacation. Meanwhile, musical guest Rihanna performed her hit songs Bitch Better Have My Money and American Oxygen. Elian Gonzalez, the child seized by U.S. officials in Miami in 2000 and returned to his native Cuba, says he wants to, quote, to thank the American people. In an interview with ABC News senior national correspondent Jim Avila, the network said Sunday. The exclusive interview with Gonzalez, now 21, is the first he's done with the American media company. It was conducted in Cuba and is the first time he has spoke at length on the event in nearly 10 years. Good Morning America, World News Tonight with David Muir, and Nightline will air clips from the exclusive interview on Monday at 7 a.m., 6:30 p.m., and 12:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively, on ABC. The episode caused a storm of controversy in the States after cameras found him hiding in a closet at a relative's home as armed U.S. immigration officers seized him. Avila also speaks with his father, Juan Miguel, to whom the United States returned Elian when they seized him from the home of relatives in Miami in April 2000, and video of his return to Cuba meeting Fidel Castro for the first time, which has never been aired in the U.S. Gonzalez gives the fullest account of the crossing ever, the network says. He opened up about memories of his mother, relationship with Castro, claims that he has been brainwashed, thoughts on his family in the United States, and whether or not he wants to return. Riding a wave of early awards buzz, the cast and director of Carol charged Day 5 of the Cannes Film Festival. Cate Blanchett, Rooney Mara, and their maestro Todd Haynes appeared at a press conference and later a screening of the period piece about two women carrying on an affair. Livewire Blanchett had to clear the air about an interview she gave in France where she allegedly revealed that she has enjoyed numerous same-sex relationships in her personal life. Blanchett later clarified The Guardian's newspaper. Blanchett said in 2015, the point should be, who cares, call me old-fashioned, but I thought one's job as an actor was not to present one's boring, small, microscopic universe, but to make a psychological connection to another character's experience. She also added, my own life is of no interest to anyone, or maybe it is, but I certainly have no interest in putting my own thoughts and opinions out there. In Carol, Blanchett's eponymous character is entangled with young Mara's Therese. While Blanchett wields her expert gifts in carrying the film, Mara, quote, is the real surprise here, holding down much of the film herself, revealing tender vulnerability and that occasional dimpled smile, Sasha Stone wrote in a review for The Wrap. Belgium's It Boy Matheson Schoenaerts showed up in a super casual power move akin to overdressing if you ask us to a photo call for Disorder, a film formerly titled Maryland, in which he plays a PTSD-afflicted bodyguard to Diane Kruger's high-profile bride. The pair were a freshening mix of sophistication and silly, winning over photographers camping out on the French Riviera. Festival sensation Son of Saul, a Holocaust drama by first-time director Laszlo Nemes, was acquired for distribution by Sony Pictures Classic, according to media reports. The film, which is playing in the main competition, has drawn significant buzz for its searing impact and the fact that this is Nemes' first film. It tells the story of Saul, a prisoner in the Auschwitz concentration camp, forced to burn the corpse of other Jews, who finds moral survival in trying to salvage for the flames of the body of a boy he takes for his son. Miles Teller, boxing drama Bled for This, about underdog boxer Vinny Paz, was bought for $4 million by indie distributor Open Road. CAA and WME showed footage to buyers Friday, and Open Road ultimately slagged the film among several bidders. The studio also successfully released Dan Gilroyd's Nightcrawler, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, who won an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. Pete Docter's Inside Out didn't come to the Cannes Film Festival as a question mark, unlike many of the festival's other films. Disney and Pixar have already shown the animated film to audiences at CinemaCon in Las Vegas in April, and it didn't draw as big a crowd to its first press screen as at the Grand Theater Lumiere as a number of films from European auteurs, including Yorgos Lanthimos' The Lobster and Nanni Moretti's Mia Madre. But when the Inside Out screening ended shortly after noon on Monday, the cheers that filled the huge theater gave even Todd Haynes' rapturous received Carol a run for its money at the Cannes Bravo meter. Given Disney and Pixar's track record, it's a pretty safe bet that Inside Out will be the top-grossing movie out of everything to show at cons this year. And in a rare confluence, it'll be one of the best, too. Doctor, who's previously worked directing Up and Monsters, Inc., placed him near the very top of Pixar's extraordinary stable of directors, has figured out how to pull off a daunting concept, in the process made a movie as thematically daring as it's emotionally moving. The story takes place largely inside the head of an 11-year-old girl whose family moves from Minnesota to San Francisco. Its main characters aren't so much the girl and her family as they are the emotions that sometimes battle for control of her brain and sometimes work in harmonies to build a personality. It is a great adventure that seriously tugs at the heartstrings, though exactly what the preteen audiences will make of the delightful way Inside Out illustrates the concepts like abstract reasoning is hard to fathom. Not that it matters, there's plenty of them to love too. The Wrap had a full review when Inside Out is released in June. For now, suffice it says to say that this stands up with Up, WALL-E, and Toy Story 3 as one of Pixar's richest and most satisfying films. Universal Pictures released the first trailer for Steve Jobs on Sunday. The film follows Jobs, played by Michael Fassbender, through three major products launched for Apple. In the trailer, Jobs stands on the stage as we hear him in a voiceover describe the significance of the events unfolding before him. He says, most likely speaking of the new Apple product, the two most significant events in the 20th century: the Allies win the war and this. We also get our first glimpse of Seth Rogen as Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, as well as Kate Winslet as original Macintosh team member Joanna Hoffman, and Jeff Daniels as former Apple CEO John Sculley. Aaron Sorkin wrote the screenplay, which is based on Walter Isaacson's biography. Danny Boyle is directing. The film is scheduled to hit theaters on October 9th. From the beginning of the Mad Men phenomenon, many of the show's fans wondered if superstar ad man Don Draper was destined to write one of the most iconic advertising catchphrases of the time. So it's a testament to the skills of how show's creator Matthew Weiner that some regular viewers were still surprised by the show's series finale on Sunday, which implies that Don invented the classic 1971 Coca-Cola campaign, "I like to buy the world a Coke." This after he concluded a long, soul-searching trip through America with the trip to the California yoga retreat. Like many of the developments in Mad Men's final episode, Person to Person, this concluded that Don shrugged off all of the self-discovery he achieved to go back to being his old self in his old job, is a presumed one. Weiner isn't one to spoon-feed the audience a key plot point, even one that wraps up its 8 years of tortured self-examination by one of the most compelling lead characters in modern TV. Mad Men will be remembered as a show that challenged audiences with its attentions to detail and subtlety. It helped spark a rub of great cable series, which include sibling AMC shows Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead. Thanks to its stylish look and no perfect casting, the show also moved into the pop culture conversation, touching lots of people who, despite having never watched a moment of the series, many still know Don Draper's name. What Mad Men did well was to communicate our modern discomfort with the future, our continuing struggles with sexism, and how difficult it can be to change even when you know you must. That last point plagued Don Draper, who couldn't help using his midlife crisis as research for his next big idea in the finale, the same way he chatted up a black waiter in the show's pilot to figure out how to sell Lucky Strike cigarettes. Even with all the great dramas now on television, Mad Men will be certainly one of those shows that will be missed. And finally, scoring one of the top openings of all time in a non-tentpole, Elizabeth Banks' Pitch Perfect 2 launched to a massive $70.3 million at the North American weekend box office thanks to the adorant female fans. And in only 3 days, it earned back more than twice its $29 million budget and more than the first Pitch Perfect in-gross in its entire domestic run, $65 million. Overseas, Pitch Perfect 2 debuted to an equally stellar $38.1 million from 29 markets for a worldwide total of $108.4 million, just shy of the $115 million earned all by the original movie. In North America, the Universal film easily overshadowed George Miller's Max Fury Road in terms of sheer grosses, even if Fury Road opened to a respectable $44.4 million for an R-rated film. Together, the two movies helped deliver the biggest pre-Memorial Day weekend of all time, $183.4 million. Internationally, Fury Road beat Pitch Perfect 2 overall with $65 million from 68 markets, putting its global debut at $109.4 million. Males made up the vast majority of Mad Max audience domestically, while 46% were under the ages of 25. The issue Fury Road faces is that it costs at least $150 million to make. Warner Brothers and Village Roadshow partnered on the film, starring Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. Appealing heavily to younger females, Pitch Perfect 2 marks the feature directorial debut of Banks and stars Anna Kendrick, Rebel Wilson, and Haley Steinfeld. Steinfeld is a new addition and stands to inherit the franchise. In terms of fellow female-driven films, the sequel opened just ahead of the first Twilight and Maleficent, both of which launched to roughly $69 million. Pitch Perfect 2 earned an A- cinema score from audiences, as well as good reviews from many critics. Fury Road is an all-out hit among reviewers, sporting a 98% fresh off of Rotten Tomatoes, while audiences gave it a B+. Heading into the weekend, tracking suggests both films would open in the 40 million range. Coming in third for the weekend was Disney's Avengers Age of Ultron, which picked up $38.8 million to bring its domestic tally to $372 million and its international total of $770.5 million. The superhero film opened in China this weekend, pulling in $156.3 million in its first 6 days in the country, which marks the second biggest weekend of all time at the China box office. Coming in number 4 was the Reese Witherspoon Sofia Vergara movie Hot Pursuit, which made a total of $38.8 million, giving it its cumulative total of $23.5 million. Coming in number 5 was Furious 7. In its 7th week, made $5.7 million, giving it an exact total of $343.7 million at the box office. Number 6 was Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 with Kevin James, which made $3.64 million. In its 5th week, with an estimate total of $60.9 million. Coming in number 7 was The Age of Aldeline, with Blake Lively, which made $3.6 million in its 4th week, bringing it to its estimate total of $37 million. Coming in at number 8 was Home, the animated movie, which made $3.2 million in its 8th week, giving an estimate total of $165.6 million. Coming in at number 9 was Ex Machina, which made $2.7 million in its 6th-week release, giving it an estimate total of $19.5 million. And wrapping up the top 10 was the movie Far From the Maddening Crowd in its 3rd week, which made $2.1 million, giving an estimate total of $2.6 million. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, May 18th, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I will be back tomorrow to deliver some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO, or on Twitter @The Enter Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to that page. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.